Hey everybody, before we start the stream, make sure that you are following me so that you can get more of my awesome content and join the Discord to voice chat with me. But don't worry, you won't be recorded. And make sure to go check out my reviews over on YouTube. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you are one of those rare people that like to read, you can find my after action reports on my blog. And if you are interested, you can get some of my merch from my spring store. The links for everything are in my About section down below. All right, hello everyone and welcome. So we are doing this stream. It is a Monday. Because we've switched up how we do live streams, we have a little bit more leeway in when we can do the live streams. So you know, we were busy yesterday. It didn't work out that we could do it. So now we're doing it Monday. Basically, when you do the live stream on Twitch, you have to wait 72 hours between the time that you do the live stream and the time that you post the video. So now that we're doing it on YouTube, we can do it and post it on YouTube. You know, post our trailer reactions cut up on YouTube anytime. So, other Mike, how have things been? We haven't seen you in a little while.
Well, I went for my mom's Mother Day last weekend, so that was good. I watched the Planet of the Apes movies, which I thought was really good.
Okay, yeah, and I'm doing the review, so watch for that one to be coming out as well. I also wanted to say, so for Mother's Day, yeah, so we missed Mother's Day weekend, which is fine, but because I was actually really sick last week, so but I did just want to say, so like, look, guys, you know, happy Mother's Day belated. I didn't have like my mom. People always say, I know that people always give moms a pass, but basically, my mom was a very, very not good person to us kids, and was really actually quite terrible. So I didn't really have like a mom to say Happy Mother's Day to, but I had my grandmother who was really great and always tried to take care of me. So I'll just say, like, you know, Happy Mother's Day to Grandma. I love you. You've been great. And I've told her that before. She's really great. Yeah. And kind of filled in my life for my mom, who really just didn't have any interest in doing the right things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just a shout out for all the moms. Happy Mother's Day. I know we're late, but then also, you know, if you don't have a mom in your life and you have somebody else in your life that kind of is your mom, but not really actually your mom, Happy Mother's Day to them too. Okay, so we are starting off this week with video games, and we can hop right in because we're not on Twitch. I'm really loving doing the YouTube.
That's right. We're instantaneous.
Yeah. Here we go. You know what I have to do, though, is I have to go like this. This is what I've got to do. So I go like this. Okay, and then I go. This is for video editing purposes on YouTube when I cut this up into the different trailer reactions. All right, so we are starting with, this is one that we've looked at like the game we've looked at a couple of times, but I think it's getting a yeah, it's getting... Oh, wait, what? Just a second. Oh, you know what? Oh, I messed up. This is messed up. I thought this was for the game. This is an animated movie. Okay, 1 second. I gotta... one second. I gotta get... Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you know what? We'll go like this. We'll do this. We'll say... This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put it down here because I don't want to change it. 1 second. Okay. So for everybody watching the live stream, we're gonna have 4 video games and 6 movies, because one of these looks like the Lego Star Wars thing from Fortnite. You know, it's a video game. Because I don't watch, but it's a movie. I don't watch the trailers before I do them. So it looked like it was gonna be a video game. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, it's not my fault. Some of them are deceptive. Okay, here we go. All right, everybody. So we are starting off with video games this week, and I never played the first one we're gonna have is a sequel, and I've never played the first one, but I know that it was highly acclaimed. I've heard some weird, actually, to tell you the truth, I've heard some weird things about this second one here, but hopefully it meets the, kind of lives up to the legacy of the first game. So have you heard of this?
Look, I can't see what you're showing me.
Oh, you can't see it? Oh, 1 second. I have it streaming like so you gotta look at Discord and switch your screens on Discord. Like I'm live streaming you.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, you got it. Okay, have you heard of this?
Well, it's kind of, the words cut off in the front, but I kind of have an idea of what it is. I'm not sure.
Okay, 1 second here. Okay, so we are watching the trailer for Hades 2. Are you seeing that? Everything's good?
I can't see the 80s. It looks like ladies. It's cut right
really?
off. Yeah, it's kind of took off the front part of the H.
Oh, here, 1 second. You know what I'll do is I'll go like this then. I'll go stop streaming, try it again, and I'll send it to you again. Go back. I'll send it to you again. We'll do the same thing. Okay, you gotta, you just like switch which screen you're actually looking at. Sorry,
right.
We're having some technical difficulties. Are you seeing it now?
I'm seeing watch stream. I guess I gotta click on it.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So Hades 2 official early access showcase trailer coming at us from IGN. We're gonna like the video. So it has 130,000 views. 3.7 thousand likes and 200 dislikes. Okay, so Hades 2 is available now in early access on Steam and Epic Games Store. Check out the latest trailer for Hades 2 for a closer look at the action roguelite sequel. The trailer showcases what you can expect from this sequel, which features new boons, new foes, a new story, new music, and more. So, for people who don't know, and also other Mike, I don't know if you know what this means. So, a roguelike or a roguelite is a game in which you play through the game. Okay, let's say it's like an 8-hour game. You play through it, and when you die, you start over. And each time,
not good.
And each level that you play through, every time that you die, it's like a little different. So you still have the same bosses at the end of the levels, and there are some areas of the game that are always the same, but the levels that you're playing through are actually a little different. And then roguelite games, what happens is like you'll have an upgrade system or a character progression system, and then as you're playing through the game, if you die, you have to start at the end or at the beginning again, but you'll like still keep your weapons, or you'll still keep the skills that you bought with your progression system. And then that's how, even though it's really an 8-hour game, every time you die you have to start over. So you could play 6 hours in die, start at the beginning, play another set, you know. But this one was really good. I don't know how long the game actually was, but this one was supposed to be really good. Like it was, and we'll look at it on the Steam charts because it's out now in early access. So, and then this one is about basically the Greek gods. So you're the son of the Greek god Hades, and you're trying to fight your way out of the underworld. Yeah, and you know, like I said, every time you die, that's why when you die, you don't die. You go back to the beginning. So, because you're this god of, I don't know what you're the god of, but you're Hades' son. So, we have a 2-minute 44-second trailer. Anything you want to say about it before we get started?
If you pause, do you have to start all over again?
No, there you go. That's a good one. All right. Well, let's see. There you go. You got the jokes. Okay. There you go. Let's check it out. We are watching the trailer for Hades 2. We got a 2-minute and 44-second trailer. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Grow stronger and complete your task.
Ooh, nice graphics.
To Kronos.
Yeah. Look. Death to Kronos. Okay.
Kronos.
Hades 2.
Alright, it's time.
So, like as you see, it's kind of snipping real quick, but this is actual gameplay. And it looks nice. I like that.
Yeah.
That base, and it is what it looks like in the first game. So that's interesting.
Okay.
Here we go. Look. Become an immortal witch. So you're playing as a different character.
Back again.
Okay. So I want to say, so you're playing as a new character. It says battle down to Hades. So in the original game you played as, what is his name? 1 second. Hades.
Hades is the god of the underworld.
Yeah, but you play as his son, Zagreus. Okay, so you play as his son, Zagreus. And what you are doing is you're battling your way out of Hades. Like out of... Because Hades is the god, but Hades is also the underworld. You're trying to battle your way out of the underworld. I think it's so that way you can discover what happened to your mother or something like that. This one you're playing as a different character and you're battling your way into Hades. And I guess also we're going up to heaven too. The heavens is what it says. Which would be either Elysium or Mount Olympus. So I don't know what that's going to be interesting. It sounds like probably the game is going to be longer too. Because if you're going up and down, you know.
Say 8 hours into it and you die right at the end and have to start over.
Yeah. I don't think it's like 8 hours. I think the game is like 2 or 3 hours, and then you know, like you could sit down and beat it real quick. But every time you die, that's what makes it take longer. I'm not sure.
Feel like 8 hours.
Let me see. Actually, I'll show you Hades play time. So beating Hades 10 times by the ending of credits. Okay, how long it takes depending on your skill? For me, maybe 20 hours.
Okay.
So how long to beat? 1 second. Like the actual playtime is average 24 hours.
Wow.
So yeah, basically like 20 hours. The fastest was 8 minutes. The slowest was 35 minutes. That's speed runs. Oh, okay, 100%. Okay, so the fastest speed run where they actually played the game the way it's supposed to be played and didn't use cheats was 40 minutes. So if you're very good at the game, you can beat it in 40 minutes.
No.
Probably if you're really, really good, you can beat it in 4 hours. So anywhere between 1 and 4 hours, basically, is how long it takes.
Right.
But every time you die, you have to restart. So that's why people are playing it for 20 hours. As you can see, though, this looks like she's doing an attack here. So she's got, like, basic attacks. Obviously, you're seeing her hitting people and stuff, but she's using all of these. She's a witch, so she's using all these, like... You know, you can see her hitting stuff.
Let her strike.
Okay. And I'm going to address something here, but... Okay, so we got some cool abilities. A lot of movement. Because the idea is you don't want to get hit. Because if you take damage and die, that's...
You got to go back to heaven or hell.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay.
Prepared for another hard lesson?
Alright.
Please lead the way.
Bond for the Dark Gods.
Nothing clears the mind
Fishing?
like a refreshing soak. Care to accompany me?
Why not?
Okay. Just a second. I just want to pause because we usually pause about halfway. What are you thinking so far?
It's interesting. I just keep thinking in the back of my mind, if I had to start over from the beginning, that would be really...
That's why I don't play. Honestly, yeah.
And that's like working without a tightrope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I will say that I played one game called Returnal, and I was having there was actually a problem with my PlayStation or something. I figured out how to I figured out how to fix it, but it was where I was having like the way that my controller worked wasn't working properly, and so I'd move my controller, but then my character would take a second. There was like input lag, and it made it a little difficult. But anyway. That one is where you would die. It was the same idea. You would die and respawn. But that one, it felt really good. Like if you were to die and restart, and there was a story. So every time that you died and respawned, I mean, it literally was like to get through the first... So once you got... And that was another thing. Once you got through the first section of the game, you didn't go back to the beginning of the game. You just went back to the first section. And then once you beat the second section, if you died, you went back to the second section. And then it would there was like I think there was 4 or 5 sections, so it wasn't terrible, and it was actually fun. And there was like a story reason why every time you died you'd restart.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there was it was even interesting because sometimes you would die and then you would see yourself, like you would actually see your own dead body. And you realize at the beginning of the game, and you start to realize, like, wait, I've done this. I've already been doing this for a while. Yeah. Anyway,
it's like,
okay. So
like a sitcom where you get trapped in a time-space continuum. You know.
Right. Well, that game.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I was just say that game also your character had amnesia, so you were trying to figure out like what was going on. So. But okay, so this is interesting though. I didn't know. I don't know if this was part of the first game, but you can like gather stuff. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, like I said, a lot of movement, very fast paced. At least the trailer's fast paced. The game is probably going to be quite fast paced as well, because like I said, you want to move around instead of so you don't take damage. But we got about 1 minute and 15 seconds left, so here we go.
You'll flourish here.
Okay. Save lost souls. Okay.
Be free.
So what's up?
I call upon the moon.
Draw down the moon.
I vow to shine for
Yeah, I like that. What's up?
What's up?
I think these are a bunch of features I don't think were in the first game. Like taming animals, I don't think that was... Yeah, I don't think that was in the first game.
Eternity.
Okay. There's the progression
Don't
system.
forget all that the Titan took from you.
The family has your back, surprised as they are about this.
Which way?
Choose your path.
I can
Okay,
do
so
this.
I think in the first game even though the levels were always a little different, you only had one way to go. So this one now it's telling you like choose your path. You can go different ways,
Yeah.
and maybe like different challenges, but it's still going to be a little different each time if you die and have to restart. So, okay.
Sounds good.
I can do this.
Trial of Doom. And so much more. Regular major updates. Okay.
I would like to see you try.
So that was the thing, is Kronos is the father of the gods, so she's trying to kill Kronos. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, what do you think? What are you thinking?
It looks really interesting. Looks like it's got a lot of stuff. I mean, looks like it's keep you occupied for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
more than
I like the
say,
graphics. It looks like it'd be fun to play.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say more than the first game, too, because a lot of these features you're seeing, like taming animals, growing crops to use in, like, potions or whatever, that's new. I don't believe that was in the first game. If I'm mistaken, let me know down in the comments below, guys. What the heck was it showing? I gotta hop back in here. I'm still playing this game. I really love it, but I haven't in the last couple of weeks. Before, how much do you think you'd pay for a game like this?
I was gonna say $40.
Okay, actually, to tell you the truth, I was gonna say 30, because I don't remember what the first one went. But let's see. Oh, yeah, Hades 2, $30. $30. So
$30, nailed it.
And it's got very positive reviews on Steam, meaning 94% of people gave it a thumbs up. Hades, the first game is $24.99, so if you want to go back and play the first game first, based on 237,000 reviews, it's got 98% positive reviews. So it's overwhelmingly positive. So
right.
And then you can see that it looks just a little different. It actually looks just a little bit better in Hades 2, I think. The graphics,
a little crisper, maybe.
Yeah.
More detailed. So this was like that's normal.
Yeah. Well, and this was a smaller budget title, and it looks like the other games that they've done have been a similar thing, and made a lot of money. And that's what the game industry needs right now. It needs smaller budget. That's what the movie industry needs too: is smaller budget stuff that makes good amounts of money and it has high quality. Okay, let's check out. So I liked it. I think it looks good. I don't know if I'm not much into the roguelike thing. It's not that they're bad games. It's just that I prefer to play different games, and I only have so much time. So yeah, but let's check out what other people are saying. So shut up and take my money. I'm telling you, people love the Hades games. So people are like, yes. Okay, never bought a game so fast. Got an email, went to Steam, bought it. If the first Hades taught me anything, is that fans will be thirsty. I do just want to address something before we move forward, but I'm going to go through some of these comments real quick. When that OST vinyl gets announced, that pre-order is going up so fast. Okay. Greg, if you read this, you're a fantastic part of the industry, whether it's your Max Payne video review from 22 or Hades 2. Keep up the wonderful work. I don't know what he's talking about. Time to kill the boys. Okay, go kill time. Yeah, because you're fighting Kronos, who is the... So it's not Kronos, it's Kronos, who is the god of
Kronos.
time. Okay. But Kronos is different than Kronos. Because Kronos is the father of the gods. Kronos is the... I think that's a distinction. If I'm totally off base, don't know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments down below. The other thing I was going to show you is that there's Aphrodite. I don't know. I don't really want... I'm not really... I don't really have like a huge amount of comment on this, but Aphrodite in this one is... I guess that they're doing that she's a transgender person. Aphrodite typically is female. Now they're saying that it's transgender person. I don't necessarily... It's like a weird thing, because I don't necessarily have a problem. The only thing is that in the original stories, Aphrodite was female. But I understand the idea of a god that is basically... I mean, it's the god of love, but kind of translated that is the god of sex. Okay, kind of. In every depiction, she's kind of like this sexual being. I get the idea of it being like neither male nor female, because sex is both male and female. I don't know. I try not to get too much into controversies. I just did want to say like that is something that I just have to mention it, because that's like a big thing going on with the game. I don't think it depends. You know, depending on how they talk about it and what they do with that, I think it could be okay.
Yeah, but they shouldn't do it just because people are pressuring them to do it, you know.
That's the problem. And I agree with you. I agree with you. And there's another game that we're going to talk about where it's the same sentiment. Like, it's not necessarily a problem, but when you're doing it just to do it, and just because you want to basically virtue signal, that's in an appropriate time to do that. But I think that the game itself will be good. People are loving it. I don't think that the controversy is going to ruin the reputation of the game, and I think it'll still make money. It probably has already. But all right, so that's our first one. Let's move on to the next one. Here we go. All right. So this next one, we watched a trailer. Actually, the last time that we did a trailer reaction video together, we actually did a trailer reaction of this game. Do you remember this?
Cool.
Yeah. This was the it's a World War II game, but it's like supernatural as well. And we're getting an update, so that is cool. Let's check it out. We are watching the trailer for Trench Tales. It sounds so user-friendly, like
DuckTales.
Right, that's what I was saying. Like, it sounds like almost like a
Trench
kid's
Tales.
something like a kid's game, like DuckTales. Okay, so Trench Tales official trailer, IGN. We're going to like the video. So it's got 301,000 views to 8.6 thousand likes and 280 dislikes. See gameplay and sinister enemies in this trailer for Trench Tales, an upcoming story-driven third-person action game set in a dark, alternative world between World War I and World War II. In Trench Tales, harness unique powers, customize your arsenal, and navigate haunting Gothic landscapes. Battle fallen soldiers as you uncover the mysteries of this realm. Trench Tales is coming to PC, and a Kickstarter campaign is available now. You can learn more about the game here if you're interested. Check out the Kickstarter. Here is the Kickstarter. So it's kickstarter.com/project/trenchtales. /trench-tales. And they've raised a little bit of money, $100,000. The goal was $60,000. So it looks like they're going to be able to... it's looking like if you pledge, there's going to be more...
They're going to add more to it?
Yeah, so like the goal was $60,000, and that was like... That's it, okay? 75,000 new weapons classes. They've done that. Now it's at 106,000, so it looks like they're going to do a new body part dismemberment system. Ooh. So that's cool. So it sounds like they're really it's a small developer really trying to get some stuff done. We'll see.
They're going to make more trenches too if they get more money.
Yeah, there you go. I love stuff like this, honestly. Like, I liked the game The Darkness, which is what I think I compared it to last time. The Darkness was a first-person shooter game. This looks like it's third-person. The Darkness was a first-person shooter game, but your character also had supernatural powers given to them by a being called the Darkness, and they could, open up vortexes that would hurt enemies. They had this big tentacle thing that they could shoot out, and it would grab enemies and hurt them. So I love stuff like this. This looks really cool. Okay, so anything you want to say before we get started?
Nope, I'm good.
You were in the military. Do you remember what it was like in World War II?
Well, I thought trench warfare was more World War One, but there was trench warfare. Yes, when I'm
teasing you about being old.
The tank. When I was driving the tank, and then we're patting. It was tough. But we survived.
Yeah, the tanks back in World War One, though. My understanding is that they were almost just like mobile homes with armor and weapons attached.
Yeah, they were very. Was that word rudimentary? The way they're made.
Yeah. Now we have tanks that shoot lasers at missiles. I don't know if you knew that. They have like laser defense systems.
Well, yeah. The round will go inside of another tank, and just the force of it going through the tank will, not to get graphic, but it'll suck everything out of the hole as it goes through the other end of the tank.
Right.
That's the force. That's the force of a saber round. So. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff out there. Tanks can do.
Hey, off subject here.
Go 60 miles an hour. They can go 60 miles an hour.
I know. Yeah, they're really fast now. The Abrams. I just wanted to say off topic here. I always get so bothered because I've always had my hair parted like this, and then sometimes it looks like I'm balding, but actually I just have a widow's peak. I just wanted to tell people that. So you see this? This is not me balding. This is just that.
You're balding. Baldy.
That's my forehead underneath it. Yeah.
Baldy.
I need to cut. I need it. No, it looks better if I have a haircut, so that way I can have my hair like this, and then I just look normal.
Yes.
But, all right.
That's why I wear a hat.
Yeah.
I'm not balding, but it looks like I'm balding. I got some thin hair up top, so.
Yeah. But all right, so we've got a 2-minute and 10-second trailer.
Right.
Are you ready?
So, are you saying you have some trench warfare going on the top of your head there?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
me
allies
too.
are losing.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Okay, he's ready. Here we go. Okay, only the dead have seen the end of war. Okay. All right.
Old Kaiser helmet.
Yep, trying to get through the no man's land. The graphics here look really good. Okay. So I want to see some supernatural stuff. Show me. Okay, gun customization looks cool. Alright. So this is just this is all the normal stuff. I just wanted to point out that this game, I mean, you look at it here, and then the darkness actually has a section of the game. The darkness has a section of the game where you go and you're fighting in a World War II area. So I mean, this is the darkness. I don't know. Oh, you can't really see it there. This is the darkness. Similar. Yeah. Okay, so this is the darkness, and that's what this makes me think of when they say, like, I know it's a little bit blurry and stuff, guys, but when they say, you know, it's when they're saying, like, I mean, yeah, like, again, I know it's blurry because I can't get a good image, but when they're talking about a supernatural World War I or kind of between World War I, World War II shooter, that's immediately what I think of. And it looks like that. It's like very gritty. It's dark. So I'm liking the aesthetic here because I really liked the game The Darkness. So we got about 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Here we go. Okay.
Combat roll.
Yeah. I wonder if there's going to be multiplayer in this. I know it's like single player. This looks like it has potential for good multiplayer. So are you seeing? Are they zombies? Are you seeing that they're like they're like like zombies or ghouls? What I like about it is that you can see that guy's face doesn't look like it's normal skin, but you can't really see it. Like they're keeping it hidden. You know what I'm saying? Why am I not able to? Like something's up. That doesn't even. It doesn't look like he just has glowing eyes. It looks. It looks like he. Yeah. Well, no, but I'm saying if you kind of look underneath the mask, you can see he doesn't look like he has normal skin. It almost looks like he's like a, you know, the old school vampires they used to do in movies where they all had like big bone structure for their cheeks or whatever. Maybe he's a vampire. I don't know. But yeah. So I'm loving the supernatural element here. So here we go.
Yeah.
All right. This looks so good for such a small developer. Okay.
Yeah, you called it.
Well, I don't know if that's the... Maybe they have different types of enemies, too. But it's like some kind of undead something.
For sure. Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah, you see it's like a zombie something. It's like, I don't know if it's a I don't know if they're actually just zombies outright, but they're something. They're like some kind of thing. My buttons are not working. Why are my buttons not working? Anyway. I don't remember...
French Tales.
Okay, back now on Kickstarter. I don't remember... It didn't have it didn't have a price on Steam last time. If I remember correctly. Let me... Trench Tales, let's check it out. But I would say probably, yeah, I would say probably like a $20, $30 game. Just because it's, I mean, it looks great and everything, but it is from a smaller developer, so you don't know.
I'll say 25.
Probably 25? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you just don't know how long it's going to be, too. It's probably shorter, just because, like I said, small developer. I think it looks good. I think it looks great. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
It looks pretty good. I mean, I don't, I don't think I'd buy it, or I'm just not interested in that. But yeah,
yeah,
it's got some good graphics in it, stuff like that.
So I don't remember, but this is like a very small developer team, like not even 10 people. So
I don't think you have to start all over again.
Yeah, that's great. That's good.
Which is good. Good for me.
Yeah.
I'll probably break the record for the longest of trying to win a game. Oh, it took him a whole year to get through that game.
Well, yeah, there you go. Well, let me see. Okay, so let's check out what other people are saying here. So a story-driven World War I, World War II game is something pretty rare to see, especially these days, let alone one that unites both wars. This game sounds like a breath of fresh air. So it sounds to me, if it's between World War I and World War II, maybe the Germans won. And they're still kind of like occupying the thing. I don't know, but, you know.
They did have the old World War I Kaiser helmets. I saw that at the start.
Yeah, yeah.
With the pointy thing on the top, like a little arrow.
Yeah. Let me see. Looks like Sniper Elite Zombie Army with cooler visuals, physics, destruction, and wicked sick cover system. The complete absence of any gore, dismemberment makes my heart ache, though. Hopefully it's there. I'm cautiously optimistic. Like a solo-only zombie army experience. Okay. Needs a crawling mechanic and a duck and cover system. I'd also like to see a survival looting system if it doesn't have an on-the-fly crafting system. Otherwise, it's going to seem very arcade, which is fine too, but a heavy survival trench war game would be really unique.
Guy wrote his dissertation.
Yeah. Well, I think, yeah, so it looks like people are basically really liking the trailer, really liking high interest in the game. So we'll keep an eye out for this one if there's any more, you know. Looks like we're going to be seeing some more of this. And like I said, support the Kickstarter. So it's Kickstarter. Kickstarter.com/project/trenchtales/trench-tales. They've already met their one goal, and they've got 16 days to go. So there you go.
Get some more trenches with more money.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Listen, we're gonna. I think we'll go to a break right now, and then we'll go to intermission. I gotta get a drink, and when we come back, we'll continue on with our video games. So here we go. All right, everybody, we are back, and we're continuing on with video games. So this next video game, have you played these? I mean, you know about them.
I've played a little bit of Assassin's Creed, but it's been a while. But I'm very familiar with it.
Okay, so this next, so there other Mike said it, which is, I mean, that's fine. Don't freak out. But
I gave
yeah,
it
this
away
is
again.
yeah,
to do some push-ups.
that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. So the next one, but we're doing the next one in the franchise. There's been some controversy behind it. We'll talk about it. I mean, we'll talk about it. Yeah, the series has not been doing well for a while, and so maybe this will be something good for it. So let's check it out. We are watching the trailer for Assassin's Creed Shadows Cinematic World Premiere Trailer, PS5 Games. Okay, so this is coming at us from PlayStation, and we're going to like the video. It's got 209,000 views, 15,000 likes, and it is ratioed at 26,000 dislikes. And we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Like I said, this series has not really been doing well for a while. And like Valhalla and Odyssey just did not do it for me at all. I liked Black Flag. I liked some of the other ones that I played.
Yeah.
And they've been good, and it's a big franchise, but it's just not doing well. So and now with this being ratioed, it's interesting. We'll have to see where it goes. So available November 15th, 2024. Watch the official cinematic world premiere trailer of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Full gameplay reveal in June 2024, and it may contain inappropriate content for children. Okay, well, it's about people killing each other. So
it's probably does have it in it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one, I'll tell you, is set in Japan, and people have been asking for Assassin's Creed in Japan for a long time. Because what it is Assassin's Creed games, it's like you're a guy in the present day, and you get into this machine, and then you basically experience the memories of someone from the past, but it has to be someone that you were related to. So if you were the great ancestor of Alexander the Great, you could get into this machine and experience the memories of Alexander the Great. Okay, but the thing is that, they're all like from different areas of the world, and it's really cool. Okay, so now we're doing Japan. So there's a controversy about it. We'll talk about it after the trailer ends, and we will see why people... Maybe I don't know if the trailer is bad or if it's just this particular controversy that we'll get into, but we've got a 3-minute and 52-second trailer. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Okay. It's a long trailer, so I'm going to try not to pause it too much.
Okay.
This is a cool cinematic. I'm liking the cinematic so far.
Who are you? Who do you serve?
Okay.
All I have ever known in my life. I will end.
Ubisoft. I'm going to tell you too, guys, just one second. I know I said I'm not going to pause it too much, and I'm going to try not to, but this name right here is what makes a lot of people anxious, have a little bit of anticipation, is Ubisoft. Ubisoft games have, like I said, it's been going down for a while. Not just the Assassin's Creed games, but other games. Ubisoft has not been great for a minute. Just one thing, I don't know if other Mike knows this, I'm sure that people who are watching this trailer do, though. One thing that we're hearing the voice of a woman in the trailer right now, and in Valhalla and Odyssey, you could play as either a man or a woman, which is fine. I think that's okay. So, but you get to pick. You get to pick in the beginning of the game. Do you want to play as the man or do you want to play as the woman? One feature that I don't know if it's going to be apparent in the trailer necessarily, but one feature that Ubisoft has said is this game, you're going to be able to play as the man and the woman. So you will play parts as the man, parts as the woman, and then you can switch between them, is my understanding. So, yeah.
Okay. That's not a big thing. I mean, you do that in some other games where you'll play a section and then it'll go and you take a character that might be a female and then one that might be on another. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's not the controversy. I'm just saying that is a feature. I don't know if it's gonna like you're gonna probably see them fighting and see stuff happen here because I haven't watched this, but I don't know that it's gonna tell you can play as both through the campaign through the same campaign. Okay. But okay, here we go. Continuing on.
Our land,
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
our customs, my family burns in the name of unification.
Okay. Yep. Well, that sucks.
You are still a frog in a well who knows nothing of the sea.
This, just a second. This right here, this is the controversy. Just, you're going to see it. Here's the controversy. It's coming up here.
Oceans filled with new ships, but they all come from the same river. Greed.
The male character is a black guy.
He's a black Japanese guy.
Yeah, so he's not a black Japanese guy, obviously. He's not Japanese. So we can kind of talk about it right here, and then we don't have to talk about it after the video. But there was a guy in Japanese history called Yasuke, and he was not my understanding is that he was not actually a samurai. He was what was called a sword bearer, and that was a person who basically carried equipment for the samurai. He was like a squire.
Yeah, like a squire.
He
I was thinking of the word.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and he never...
Yasu Squire?
So, honestly, to tell you the truth, he never, they don't know if he was actually real, okay? And if he was real, he never fought in a battle. He was just basically, my understanding of the history is that he was a guy who came to Japan, and I think he might have came as a slave. I don't know. You know, I'm not totally deep into the history. Let me know in the comment section down below.
No.
But he ended up in Japan. One of the Japanese lords was like, oh, that's cool, like, whatever. I don't even know if they knew about black people at the time that he came to Japan, so one of the lords said, like, oh, I'll take him and make him basically my squire, and he can help me carry my swords. And I think it was just like he liked him, like as a personal friend type of thing. But this guy was not like some great warrior or anything like that. He never fought in a battle, and he might not have even existed at all. And people are upset because in all of the Assassin's Creed games, there was like for instance, there's an Assassin's Creed game that was made in the Middle East, and you played as an Arab person. There's an Assassin's Creed that was made during the time of the colonial times of the United States, and you played as a Native American person, Native American at that time, because controversial thing here, being Native means that you were born in a place. I was born in America, so Anyway, so Native American for the time. Yeah, no, Native American for the time. So, and then, anytime, and so, like, basically, a big part of this controversy is that Japanese people are upset because this guy has basically no impact on their history at all, and there was a bunch of people who did have big impacts on their history, and why aren't we playing as a Japanese person in a game about Japan? You see what I mean? That's like a big thing in the controversy. And I personally, just to give you my own opinion, I personally don't, like, this was a real guy. So I personally don't mind them even changing the history a little bit to make him, like, a cool warrior and he's this cool thing. My problem with it is that it's Ubisoft and these big companies are doing this all the time, and I don't think that they're doing it from a place of being genuine. I think they're doing it from a place of, we'll cash in on the fact that he's black to make the story popular. It's a virtue signal. I don't think that it... And I think and the Japanese people have the right to be upset that their culture is basically being colonized here for the purpose of making this video game popular. That's not necessarily my opinion. Like, I don't care about that. I'm just saying, I just don't like the idea of virtue signaling. So, you know, yeah. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that you'd like to bring up.
I think sometimes, yeah, I think what'd you call it, virtue signaling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to put it. You know, there's a small percentage of the American population that is trying to control the rest of the American population to not just, you know, it's one thing to be intolerant of other people, but it's another thing that they want you to celebrate that. And I mean, and I don't think, no, necessarily this is it. I mean, I don't care if it's a black guy or not. It doesn't bother me at all. But I just like, you know, if, like you said, if they're going to be, you know, what you implied, is that if they're going to be consistent, Native American or Arab or like Japanese, they probably should do it. Why not have Assassin's Creed Congo, you know? Then,
Actually, and I agree with that, yeah.
Cool. That'd be cool. I like that. Or South Africa or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cape Town. That would be pretty cool because you could really make a good one out of that, you know? Because there's a lot of cool stuff that happen there.
And actually, that's a good point because the big thing is about the Knights Templar and how they're trying to get these ancient artifacts and whatever. Mm-hmm. South Africa would have been colonized at the time, would have been, you know, like if it was an ancient history, it would have been colonized by the English, which means that the Knights Templar could have been there. And if the Knights Templar were there, then the League of Assassins would have been there. And you could have had an African assassin. That's a good point.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Zulu. That would be pretty cool.
Actually, exactly, yeah. And you could have a guy. That's a good point because the Zulu were fighting. Yeah, man, we need to get with Ubisoft and
we need to talk to them. We could save their company. Give us like 5%. You know. And
think about the. Mike in the afternoon. Hey, what's going on, McLaren? Thank you for being in the chat. Great to see you. I'm just saying, imagine the aesthetic because the Zulu looked cool. You know, they had ostrich feathers and it was black and white. So imagine like a Zulu assassin, like a guy who was Zulu, and he becomes an assassin, and he wears one second, I just scrolled out of the way. There was some stuff we don't want to see there. Okay, so you know, there was like a black and white. You know, he has the feathers, like you know, because one of the things in the Assassin's Creed games is the outfits you can get and changing your outfits, and you have like. Your traditional Zulu garb mixed in with Assassin's Creed stuff, like the hood and all that. That would be so cool looking. So, yeah, I think it's dumb for them to kind of pull this card in. I think that, well, not necessarily dumb. Like, if the game is good, it won't matter. If the game comes out and it's genuinely good, it won't matter. But if the game comes out and they try to do all this stuff about, racism and all this, that's going to be dumb. That's going to suck. And also, I agree with you. There's a much better way to include a black protagonist. Go to Africa, use like a Zulu tribe member. There's a cool aesthetic there. There's some cool stuff. And
there's some really cool stuff. There's some really good stuff.
Like they do the wrist blades, you know? You could have a Zulu tribe member use the traditional Zulu spear, because the Zulus used a special spear. Normally spears are like real long with a real short blade. The Zulus invented the idea of having a blade that was like,
Or Kenya, you know, with, they got the different tribes there. They got the Maasai. They have the real long spear. That's, some pretty tough, there's some pretty big warrior tribes in Africa, all over, even South America, wherever they want to do it, but it's a lot of, so it's you can do stuff if you really think about it. You don't have to try to put a square circle, or square in a circle or whatever. That's what it seems like you're doing.
Well, the thing, and you know what the thing is that if it's good, okay, fine, it'll be fine, right? But the thing is like, why take on the controversy when you could just do it with a Japanese guy, and then also later on down the road make an African.
Right.
Assassin's Creed,
If they could, or they could have. Okay, I think outside the box. So maybe they could weave it into the story, because Portuguese traders were coming to Japan during that time, and then this guy was sold into slavery, in Japan.
Yeah.
I'm just, that's an
Right.
actual thing that probably could have happened, anyways, but.
Yeah. Well, so that's what I'm saying. Historically, he was supposed to have, something like that was supposed to have happened. But like I said, he was not a warrior. He was not some mighty legendary samurai.
Right.
He had no impact on our history. Japanese people are frustrated because most likely they're not going to make another Japanese Assassin's Creed. And instead of having like Oda, I forget the guy's last name, but he's like, all these legendary Japanese swordsmen, we're having this guy who didn't do anything. So, but anyway, I'm sorry. We took some time to talk about that, but let's move forward here. This is probably going to be the biggest controversy this week that we're talking about with the trailers is this, but hopefully the game is good and then we don't have to worry about it. Because if it's good, if you change something or do something weird, it's okay if it's good. It's really bad if it's not good though. But anyway, let's continue.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to try not to pause it anymore now, unless something real big comes up. I mean, it looks like, samurai are so cool.
Oh, dude, he's tearing him up.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Perfect setup.
And you? Will you continue down that river? Or choose another path beyond what we see?
So it seems like he's a bad guy. He starts off as a bad guy.
Yeah.
We must learn to trust. Rebuild.
And follow the blade.
Okay. So she seems like she's going to be a bit more stealthy than him.
Right.
And then he'll be a little heavy hitter.
Oh, 3 stars. I like it.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, different weapons. He's got the... I forget what that's called. But it's like that traditional bat weapon.
Wow. Looks like he should be playing baseball.
Yeah.
We are the shadows.
Okay.
That serve the light.
Alright, so I'll just show you this. So the traditional Assassin's Creed wrist blade, which is the iconic weapon of the Assassins, we have never seen it do this before. Where it folds like that, so that's pretty cool. I wonder if they're going to...
Kind of like a switchblade on their wrist. You know what I'm saying? It's like attached to the wrist and pops out.
Well, typically, they have you can buy them. Like, Ubisoft sells these things that are they're toys. I wonder if they're going to make one that does this now. That's cool. And I've actually seen...
Cut your bread at home with it.
Yeah. Yeah, November 15th, I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. So this is going to be a $70 game. I mean, we'll look it up on Steam real quick, just to show you, but this is going to be a $70 game. It's coming from Ubisoft.
That price has got to be hard. I mean, that price is pretty deep.
What's that? So it's not on here yet. It's probably not coming to PC right away. But I'm not sure. It might be. So why wouldn't it be? It's well, anyway, it's fine. It's not. I don't see a Steam page yet. Yeah, coming November 5th. I'm going to tell you, we're probably going to go into the comments because the video is ratioed. It's going to be really negative.
Yeah.
But aside from the negativity of the audiences, what are you thinking of this one?
Okay. With all controversy set aside, it looks like it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Good graphics. Looks like they got some cool stuff, cool weapons and stuff like that. I don't know how much gameplay we got in it. but it looks like
Yeah,
there's a little
it
bit.
didn't show any gameplay.
Yeah, but it looks like it's it looks like it's consistent with the previous Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Do you think there's that many Japanese? I was just thinking, is there many Japanese people that are really upset with this?
My understanding is yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that probably the negativity in the 26 to 15K ratio probably then, but
Yeah. Well, I think that it might have something, and I'm not an expert on Japanese culture, like modern Japanese culture. I'm not an expert on any Japanese culture, but I think that it has to do with a kind of a sense of pride. It's like this is us now. Like I'm a gamer. I'm Japanese. I live in Japan. They make a Japanese samurai game, and I don't. It's like, why wouldn't you make it with a Japanese person?
yeah.
What they could have done, and something somebody else said is, why don't they just make another game and call it Yasuke?
Yeah.
And just have it be a story of this guy who overcomes adversity, sold into slavery, becomes a swordsman, and even if they did change the history, they could just make it a game about him, and then the assassins, when they make an Assassin's Creed game, they make it about a Japanese guy. Like, I think his name is Yorinobu Oda. The most legendary samurai. What was his name? I bet you if I type in Oda, it'll bring him up.
Yeah, why does it have to be samurai? Why can't it be ninjas? Aren't ninjas from Japan?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Oda
another
Nobunaga. Yeah. Oda Nobunaga.
Mm-hmm. Just rolls right off your lips.
Yeah. But yeah, so that kind of, I think that they could have avoided the controversy. I don't know why they thought that there wasn't going to be a controversy. Maybe the marketing department should have just kind of thought about that a little bit better, but I think that I agree with you. I think it's cool. Like, if there was no controversy and everybody thought it was great, I think that it's just Japan is so cool. Basically, Assassin's Creed in Japan is what Ghost of Tsushima was, and I liked that game, so hopefully they do something good here with this game, and we get a similar thing. Let's check out what the comment section says, though. So, surprised they didn't reveal the Deluxe Ultra package worth $200. Okay, guys, remember this is Ubisoft, and that's the thing. I think that if this was from a more beloved studio and it was about a black samurai, I think that people wouldn't mind. There was a show called Afro Samurai. Nobody cared that it was a black guy as a samurai, but it just had to be good, and it was made by people who people trusted, and I don't know that the sentiment is good. Here, this is what people are saying. Game in Italy, play as Italian. Game in France, play as a Frenchman. Game in Norway, play as a Norseman. Game set in America, play as a Native American. Game set in Greece, play as a Greek man. Game set in Japan, play as a black man. Inclusivity. Yeah, game set in Iraq, you played as an Iraqi. Egypt, you played as an Egyptian. Be better than Ghost of Tsushima challenge. Difficulty level impossible. Guys, I know it's impossible. I just don't trust Ubisoft.
Well, they really need to get their name back. Work on how people perceive them, because they can put something out really good and people just don't want it because it's them.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
I remember my grandmother saying to me, I don't care what they tell you in school, samurais were black. Why is there a black samurai in the samurai era Japan? What did I miss? Yeah, he's a real historical figure. This is somebody defending it, saying it isn't woke padding like the weirdos in the comments would have you believe. He wasn't this is the problem, is that he wasn't a samurai. Any reputable historical source, and you'll see he was a showpiece for the shogun, which, I mean, you have to realize black people were not very common in Japan, so it wouldn't make sense. The culture still does that even today. Yeah. He's he's an interesting historical figure, but people are trying to make him into something he's not. That's what people are bothered by. So, you get it. It's almost completely negative. People are making fun of the game, and yeah.
Yeah. That's a shame.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. DEI stands for Death to the Entertainment Industry. There you go. That's a good point.
Yeah. You know, Michael, a lot of times these companies, in their human resources, I forget what the person they have, but they have basically someone there in their human resources. It's the cultural sensitivity person.
Yeah.
And really, they're the woke meister in that company, and
yeah,
they do a lot of stuff that probably nobody really cares about. You know, like what was it? Was it Bud Light, the one that had the transgender guy that was on it, and they lost all that money? Yeah, so much for that. You know, some of them should realize that that's not what people want a game. They don't want you to try to reinvent history and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I want to be very clear that this is irrespective even of what I believe necessarily. You know, like I said, I think that it would be okay. You know what the problem with it is that if I'm going to pay money for a thing, no matter what it is, exactly like you said, it's not about the fact that I don't it's not about the fact that I don't like red cars. Okay, but if I go buy a car and I like green, and I'm going to spend $70,000 on a brand new car, I want the car that I want. And so if I go and if I order a car, or I go to the dealer and I say I would like this type of car, and he says it'll be $70,000, and we only have it in red. Well, then I say, well, I'm not spending $70,000 on a car that I don't want. You know, I want it to be green. I think that that's fair. I think that that's fair.
Right.
And and I don't think that it has to do with racism or anything like people are going to try to say. I just think that people want what they want, and I think that even this is the thing that bothers me. We have this whole like stop Asian hate and all this racism. Okay, so you're telling me that white people are racist because they want another race than their own. They want to play as another race than their own race, but they don't want to play as the black race. You see what I'm saying? It's like that. I don't know. I mean, maybe some people say that, but it's like I don't think that it's really about race. I think that it's about wanting to play. I don't even think it's about wanting to play as a Japanese person. I think it's just about being sick and tired of companies. Yeah. I think it's just being sick and tired about all of this stuff being injected by companies.
And here's the other thing is that Assassin's Creed, the original one that they set up, and tell me if I'm wrong, they set it up and they made this beautiful story about history, and that you go back and your ancestor, somehow you connect with them. Yeah. And, it was based in history, based in, this, like, I think one was in the colonies, right, or England, and then there was other ones in other places. But, I mean, it kind of gave that type of understanding. So there were some things that were implied. When you see in Assassin's Creed, you're like, oh, okay, this is what I expect. And then all of a sudden, they switch it around to something different. Can they do that? Yes, but people they sort of had some expectations, and there was this kind of, there was this tradition that Assassin's Creed was using that was very successful, and all of a sudden they just jumped off the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've spent a lot of time on this one. We've spent a lot of time on this one, which is fine. I mean, it's a big game. It had a little bit of a controversy, and it kind of is indicative of what's going on in the gaming industry right now. But now we are going to move forward onto our last video game for today. So here we go. All right, so this next one is, I don't know. From the thumbnail immediately, I'll tell you it was a boxing game. And we'll have to see.
I might like this one.
Oh, wait a minute now. Oh, this is an older game, but it's coming to PlayStation 5. Okay, so some of you guys probably have even already... some of you guys have probably even already played this, but it's coming to PlayStation 5. So let's check it out. We are watching the trailer for Undisputed. Announcement trailer, PS5 games. So, coming to us from PlayStation, we're going to like the video. It's got 157,000 views, 6.2 thousand likes, and excuse me, 327 dislikes. Become the Undisputed and rule the ring October 11th. Hashtag become undisputed. Undisputed is coming to PlayStation 5. So it's coming to PlayStation 5 on November 11th. Let me just see. Undisputed release date. Okay, so the original Undisputed game release date in 2023, because they're saying that it... Okay, yeah, so it came out in January. Okay? So, yeah, I think that you play as Muhammad Ali, just from what I'm seeing in the... Or maybe it's just a generic boxing game. But I think... I don't know. We'll have to find out together, because I never played the...
You're probably going to pick your boxer, I would think.
Yeah. Any thoughts on boxing?
I mean, I've liked watching it in the past. My dad kind of did some boxing as a young man, and my uncle. But I know I had boxing gloves, but I didn't box.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
now
brother.
you can. Now you can if
Except
you
my
have a
brother.
PlayStation 5. So, yeah, there you go. Let's check it out, though. We've got a 1 minute and 11 second trailer. Are you ready?
Ready?
Here we go. I think the reason I said Muhammad Ali is because it looked like he was on the cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think that guy right there, one guy was a boxer, not that guy, but the other guy was a boxer who's around today. Looked like him.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, right on
Have
the
you
chops.
I just want to ask you, have you ever been punched straight in the face?
I mean, like crack. Oh, probably my brother punched me, but no, I don't think anybody else has ever hit me in the face.
I'm not some great boxer, okay? I've been trained in hand-to-hand combat. And I actually am confident in my abilities to, like, fight people and stuff. Mostly because I'm not afraid to bite, but anyway. No. No, but I actually have been punched. I can take a punch. I will say that. I've been punched, like, straight in the face, like, a couple of times. And
No, I've never had that.
Yeah, so I've been punched straight in the face, like, for real, a couple of times in my life, and I didn't get knocked out. Like, so
Right.
I'm confident, not that I would be a great boxer or anything, but I don't know, I'm just kind of tooting my own horn here a little bit because we're watching a boxing video. So,
You need to learn to duck, Mike.
yeah. Well, you know, if you ever watch the Rocky movies, you've ever noticed that Sylvester Stallone will come out in the ring and he stands like this, and then he'll just sit there and he'll,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, put your fists up.
Put your gloves
all right,
up. Put your gloves up.
Yeah, we got about 20 seconds left, though, so let's check it out. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Standard and
All right.
deluxe.
Get Roy Jones Jr., 93. I don't know who that is. I don't
Yeah.
know who any of these
He's a
people are.
famous boxer. I think I've heard his name.
You know, we've heard, there was that controversial movie that came out, and they were talking about CTE, which is basically just and people say that it's not true, and there's the football industry that was disrupted because basically it was like if you're a football player and you play football, like you're gonna get brain damage that basically is undetectable, and then you turn into a homicidal maniac and kill yourself. I mean that's basically what it is. And there's more nuance and complication to it. But it's always funny to me because the football industry tries to dispute whether that even exists. But everybody knows.
Well, I don't know if that's they. I mean, I think they do know that now because there's some guys.
So they do know it now. But I'm saying that boxers, it's always been known that boxing leads to brain damage.
Look at
Like,
Muhammad Ali, man. He was.
What do
I
you
mean,
mean?
he definitely took too many hits. I mean, he was at the end of his age. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
I mean, he was suffering from some kind of.
Well,
he
well
got
you know
hit.
that
I
he
mean,
had
didn't-
Parkinson's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you know he got Parkinson's.
Yeah, but I mean, some of these guys, they don't live. Their lives are shortened and stuff like that from being hit so much. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't you wear an amateur, they wear a helmet.
Yeah. Right.
I don't. So well, no, we don't do that. And it's like, why not? Why don't you wear a helmet? You don't want to hurt somebody. I mean, you're trying to
beat him in a fight.
It's a brutal sport. It's like UFC. I mean,
yeah, I basically
are crazy.
Like, I've basically always been raised so my dad was military, and I legitimately, my dad always basically told me like if it's not worth killing the other guy, don't get in the fight. But if you have to fight, kill the other guy. So I've never killed anybody I've never killed anybody outside of my military career, for or anything like that. But I mean, if you see me I won't get into a fight. But I'm telling you, Other Mike, if you see me get into a fight, somebody's dying. Then that means that oh man, that's something serious. But I'm not saying that I'm some murderer. I'm just saying
yeah. Well,
my point is just that the idea of doing it for sport is just not something that I think.
Oh, I got you. If you're gonna fight, you're gonna fight seriously. It's a life and death.
Yeah.
You're just a ninja at heart, Mike.
That's what it is. I'm like the Wolverine.
It's that Wisconsin ninja coming out,
There you go.
Assassin's Creed Madison.
Yeah,
okay,
there you go.
Right.
I like it. Let's check it out though. I think okay, here it is. $31 game. I didn't even ask you. I was gonna ask, but then it popped up. So $32.
I was gonna say $39. Got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so it's got mixed reception for recent reviews, but all reviews is mostly positive with 72% on Steam. Yeah. So it's available now. You can go check it out. But then it's coming to PlayStation 5. So I think it could be fun. I've played boxing games. There was a Rocky boxing game that came out for PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3, I can't remember. And they're fun. So I think it could be okay. We didn't get any real gameplay here, any of the special features that set this apart from other boxing games, but I think it's okay. So
I wonder if you're behind you're facing the other boxer and maybe you have your gloves up, but you don't that's all you see, maybe. I don't know.
Or if it's like Mortal Kombat where you kind of the camera is here and you're right. I don't know. Yep. I'm not sure. Let me no, it's not. It's where you're standing like this. This is actual gameplay right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But let's see what other people are saying about it in the comments section. So, can't wait finally. Who remembers Fight Night Rounds? Finally a boxing game. I mean, this is an old boxing game. Wait, watch EA get jealous and announce a new Fight Night. Fight Night must have been a boxing game, probably an old one.
Yeah, I think it was.
Last one was 2004. Finally, just a boxing game. Yeah, I've been supporting this game since day one of early access and also making content. I'm glad it's finally coming out on PS5 and more people can enjoy it. Cool. The graphics are insane. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it looks like people are really having a positive outlook for it. So that's awesome. That's really good. Cool. So go check it out. It'll be available on PS5 October. I said it in November before, but October 11th. Mike, do you want to do a short break and then we'll move on to movies?
Short break would be fine.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to go to intermission right now, guys, and we will be back after these. Actually, there's no messages, but we'll be back after this short break. So here we go. All right, everybody, we are back, and so today we're doing 6 movies, and that was because one of the movie trailers looked like it was going to be, a video game trailer. So, interesting, and we are going to watch it as a movie trailer because that's what it is. So, here we go. We are watching the trailer for Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy official teaser trailer 2024. So, coming as from my GM, we're going to like the video. 245,000 views to 7.9 thousand, excuse me, to 7.9 thousand likes, 197 dislikes. Check out the teaser trailer for Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, an upcoming 4-piece animated special featuring the voice talents of these people, and those people. And even Mark Hamill is going to be playing Luke Skywalker. Yeah, he's going to be Luke Skywalker. Is there anybody else? Okay, no, I don't know. Yeah, okay. So Mark Hamill's actually going to be in it, so that's cool. In Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, the entire Star Wars galaxy gets completely mixed up when an ordinary nerf herder, that guy, Sig Greebling, unearths a powerful artifact from a hidden Jedi temple. He finds himself thrust into adventure in a new, wondrously wild and twisted version of the galaxy where good guys are bad, bad guys are good, and the fate of all depends on Sig becoming the hero who can put all the pieces back together. Okay, so that probably means that Luke Skywalker is a Sith. That's why they say right here, Darth Jar Jar.
Oh, no, it says Luke Skywalker after him.
Right. No, but I'm talking about right here, this one. Like, Jar Jar Binks is not Jar Jar Binks, he's Darth Jar Jar.
Oh, I thought it was two people.
Yeah.
One voice.
And then Mark Hamill is going to play Luke Skywalker, but he's probably going to be like an evil version of himself because all of the...
Right.
Who is Michael Cusack? I know John Cusack. Honestly, I'm sorry to insult you. Michael Cusack, is that John Cusack? Any relation? Is
John Cusack? He's just an animator.
Never mind. I don't think they're related. Anyway, okay, so I like Star Wars. I've seen I like old Star Wars. I've seen Lego Movie 1, Lego Movie 2. I have not. I thought Lego Movie 1 was great. I thought Lego Movie 2 was okay. It wasn't as good as the first one. And then I know there's all these offshoots of the Lego movies, like Lego Batman movie. So Star Wars is getting its own. So any thoughts on this before we get started?
No, looks good.
All right. So, we have a 59-second trailer. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. All right.
Space. Time. It's falling apart.
Okay.
The building blocks of the galaxy are getting mixed up.
All right.
That's what I thought.
This doesn't make any sense. Worlds will
Okay.
change.
Oh, you see that? Okay, you see that? Did you see it? Watch
Yeah.
this.
Worlds will
So,
change.
that's the rebels now. The rebels are the bad guys.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? And then Jar Jar Binks
I
is gonna be
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I think that actually looks cool on an AT-AT.
Mhm.
Like the rebel symbol on there. That's cool.
People
Okay.
will change in ways we cannot possibly imagine.
Okay.
I don't love that.
This is wild.
Okay.
X-wing TIE fighters.
X-wing TIE fighters.
Bounty hunters.
Oh my god. Look at that. That's the Millennium Falcon Black, though.
That's right. Millennium Vulture.
There you go. Oh, here we go.
Misa going to hurt you, sir.
Darth Jar Jar.
Misa gonna hurt you, sir. September 13th, guys, go check it out. Coming out right after my birthday. I gotta tell you, it's funny because there's this big conspiracy theory that Jar Jar Binks was actually the Sith Lord all along. I want this. I seriously, I don't have the normal Millennium Falcon Lego thing, but I want this. This looks like it because I build Legos. I like.
Have you ever been to Lego Land, Michael?
No, but
Dude, you have to go if you can ever get there. I know one's in Europe. We went to the one in Europe.
Okay.
And it was
Well,
was amazing. They made cities.
You know, my wife and I, we did marriage counseling before we got married, and the marriage counselor asked us, describe your perfect vacation, and I said Legoland.
I wonder who that was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Other Mike was the guy, as a pastor, as a chaplain, we did like a premarital counseling with him, and he asked me that, and I said, yeah, I want to go to Legoland. And Ellie didn't know that Legoland was a real place. So she thought I was making like a joke or something.
But there is one in California, I believe. If I'm wrong, somebody can let me know. But I think it's there's one in California. Yeah.
And I love Legos, and I love building the Star Wars Lego. So this is cool. I hope it's good. I mean, Mark Hamill's part of it. I love him. He's a great guy. So great with fans and loves Star Wars. So this looks like it'll be interesting. Let's see what the comments have to say. People are gonna love Jar Jar Binks being they made Darth Jar Jar real. Yeah, Darth Jar Jar forever. So Jedi Bob and Darth Jar Jar. Who's Jedi Bob though? That's the only thing. I think it has to be that Jedi Bob was. Oh, he had near infinite power, and even Darth Vader Shivers feared him. Okay, so this is like a meme character or something that people have like fans invented. The fact that Darth Jar Jar makes more sense than Palpatine returning. That's true. Yes. My idea for the full Star. Okay, 1 second. That's really long. I'm not gonna read that. Okay, fair is fair. Have to give these guys props for Darth Jar Jar because that's like a huge conspiracy theory that he secretly was evil the whole time and was actually Palpatine's master, and
right.
And there's a bunch of different stuff that they can show you in the movies where they go, see, he is evil, see it? But anyway, so this looks good. Go check it out on September 13th. Do you have any thoughts on it before we move on to the next one, though?
No, those things are, they're really fun to watch, and they've got a lot of humor in them and everything like that. So I mean, they're really, really cool movies, the ones that they make. So hopefully they continue on with what they've done before with Lego movies.
Yeah. One second. Ellie is messaging me. I think so too. The comedy is usually pretty good.
Right. Don't change anything. Just keep going. Keep going with the same thing you always do. That's makes it really fun to watch. They could ruin it if they wanted to, which is like we talked about before, some of the woke stuff going on. So
yeah.
Anyways.
Well, let's. Okay, so check this one out. Like we said, September 13th. We'll have to see how good it is. This is actually not a movie; it's a mini series. Okay, 1 second, guys. Listen, I've got to put us to intermission. Just very quickly, though, because my wife has to call me, and then we'll come right back. Like, it'll just be real quick. So let me do that, and we'll continue on. We'll be right back. I apologize. Here we go, though. All right, guys, we're back. Hey, listen. So we're continuing it. We were going to be continuing on with movies, but I have a family emergency. My wife called me, and I need to go and deal with that. So we are going to call it quits for right now. We're going to come back either later tonight or tomorrow. Other Mike and I are going to talk about it, and we will finish up the trailers for this week, and then it won't affect the schedule for them coming out this Thursday. Okay, so don't worry about that. But all right, yeah, so I do apologize, family emergency. Other Mike, if you want to say goodbye to everybody.
We will see you later. Part 2 is coming.
Yeah, there you go. That's good. That's what and I'll rename the stream. This will be part 1. So awesome. Okay. Yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. I didn't even mention our sponsors. Support our partners down in the comment section below, and go check out our website too. But God bless you all, and have a good day.